Oh, it's amazing. I mean, there's something. I just got back from the director's brunch, and Robert Redford came and spoke to us, and it's exactly that. It's a swoon. It's a swoon fest. Like, you just feel so a part of this, this long legacy of filmmakers taking risks, platforms for films that wouldn't get made by studios. Being a part of that long journey. He actually did. He actually spoke, very vulnerably and openly about rejection, actually. And you sort of look at him as this icon of success, of not just as an actor but as a director and as a pioneer for independent film. But he was like, I know how you guys feel to put yourselves on the line, and especially with this film, which is just it's so vulnerable for me, and is such a authentic and beautiful story. And it does take a lot to put it out there and put it up in front of people, but it's also very joyous, and he touched on that as well, that this is a place where you can do that.
The story follows Jake and Lainey, who meet when they're in college, and they lose their virginity to each other, and then they meet again 12 years later.
Ish, yes, yeah, whatever year this
we'll
comes
have to
out.
put a number on it. They meet again some years later. And they're both kind of screwed up. Their love lives are not great.
Yeah. They're not the most responsible partners to the people that they spend their time with.
Yeah.
I'm a serial cheater. She's got a hankering for a fellow who's spoken for, but she's a little bit obsessed with. And
sexually obsessed. They form a friendship to sort of teach each other how to be in a normal relationship with a person of the opposite sex. I did love Bachelorette so much. And then I read this script, and I loved the script so much, and I met with Leslie, and we had like a 2-hour meeting where we were both kind of like, let's let the meeting never end.
So true. Roll cameras on this. I feel we met about probably about 6 months before you made Bachelor.
That's right. Yeah. Right before I made Bachelorette. Yeah.
And that's what so that was 3 years ago now, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
So that's where we first met, and then we ran into each other when Leslie was shooting her a TV show in New York, and we ran into each other there, and then
And we hadn't met until I read with you and had our chemistry read with you for this.
A lot of mutual friends, but we had never
chemistry.
met. Instant chemistry read. Yeah.
You'll see when you see the film.
The audition's in there.
Can I talk about when we shot
down
at
Lower
that
East
bar
Side?
on the Lower East Side, and we were. And it was like 2 a.m. We'd shut down this bar, but as the night went on and more drunk people were like out and about in the city, people were getting very angry that they couldn't come in the bar. It looked open because we had it filled with people. And as we're supposed to shoot this kind of emotional scene, we're crossing the street and he's crossing, and I burst out of the doors to cross, and a woman comes walking through the shot, stops in the middle in front of the camera, puts down her guitar, and proceeds to take all of her clothes off.
All of her clothes off.
And then she yells like, "Get off my block!" to all of us. And I was like a foot away from her, just kind of like, "Are we still rolling?"
I was like, "Why did you guys cut?" I sort of looked over and they're like, "We cut," and I was like, "We did? Why aren't we? We could use that."
It was great. I loved shooting in New York. I had never shot anything there before, and I felt like I like that the city kind of just continues to do its own thing around you. When you're shooting in LA, it feels like whatever area you're shooting in this is the area where we're shooting this. Nothing else can come through here. We were shooting in building lobbies, and people just come down and get pissed at it. Just when can I use the elevator? We'd be like, "I'm sorry."
When am I going to be able to park on this street? Stuff like that.
We got yelled at a lot.